They are so crispy outside, will break and show you. Really moist and juicy within. Looks so yum. Hey guys, so we'll be showing you how to prepare this extremely crispy cutlets, for which we'll be using some leftover rice with some finely chopped vegetables and flavors in it, and it comes out really quick and delicious, which you can prepare for your kids' tiffin box or even as a tea time snacks with your friends around to enjoy this monsoons. So let's get on to the recipe. To prepare these crispy and yummy rice cutlets, here I've got this 1 cup of leftover rice. If you don't have leftover plain white rice, then you can also use jeera rice or even pulav for this. That also works really well for this recipe. I'm going to transfer this rice into a small blender and then churn it a bit so that it's easy for binding. As I've got this boiled rice, because normally we use boiled rice in our house, so I've got that boiled rice only, and they tend to remain separate only. That's why I'm just churning it just for a while. But if your rice is sticky or it's like a soft pulav, then you can simply skip this step and simply mash it with the help of your hands or a pav bhaji masher. It's done enough. This is how it looks. I'll show you. We don't want a paste, but simply some crushed or coarse rice like this, so that when you taste it, when you bite the rice cutlets, you get that chunks and bite of that rice pieces. So I'm simply going to churn this rice in 2 batches, and this is the sticky rice what I got. We'll transfer this into a bowl, and to this I am going to add 2 boiled potatoes which I am going to grate. Grated potatoes will help in even binding and mixing of the masalas, and it tastes also really good. And normally if you simply crush the potatoes with the help of your hands, you will get the chunks of small potatoes, which I don't like, but if you prefer doing that way, that also works fine. So these potatoes are nicely grated. We'll add in the rest of the ingredients. In goes half an onion which is finely chopped, half capsicum which is finely chopped, 1 carrot which I have grated for perfect binding, some fresh coriander, and then we are going to add in all the dry spices. So in goes half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, that is jeera, half a teaspoon of chaat masala. Next I am using half a teaspoon of garam masala, some lemon juice, and if you want you can also use half a teaspoon of aamchoor instead of lemon juice. 2 teaspoons I am using ginger garlic paste, and then 2 tablespoons of cornflour or cornstarch. Now we'll mix everything really well to get a good dough-like consistency mixture. So here you can add any kind of finely chopped vegetables in these cutlets which you want your children to eat, as these cutlets comes out really tasty, and then you can simply skip the vegetables which you don't like. And for binding, here I've added some cornflour or cornstarch, but if you want, you can also add 2 tablespoons of gram flour or the besan. That also works great for binding as well as taste. And one more tip I would like to give you here, which is if you are an vegetarian, then you can simply add half a beaten egg or 1 beaten egg for binding, and simply skip the cornflour and the gram flour. So you can add the egg depending on the quantity of your mixture. That works best for this recipe, and the cutlets comes out really juicy and soft within and crispy from outside because of the eggs. So this basic mixture is ready. Now with the help of greased hands, I am going to take small portion, say around 3 to 4 tablespoons full, to make a round or oval patty out of it, whichever comfortable and easier for you to make. So today I am making these round patties, and you can also roll it on the clean kitchen platform to give it an even shape. So this 1 cutlet is ready. Keep doing the same procedure for the entire mixture. So another suggestion I would like to give you here is that you can also make small roundels just like this, like cheese balls. Or if you want, you can simply add some grated processed cheese in the mixture, but in that case you will have to coat the tikkis or the balls with some breadcrumbs or crushed cornflakes, as the cheese will split apart while frying. And another way of making it is simply take a small portion, flatten it nicely on your palms, and then place a small piece of mozzarella or processed cheese in the center. Mozzarella works great for this, and then close it from all the sides. This way you can make cheesy stuffed rice balls. Yummy na? This way is also great for children. So I showed you 4-5 ways of preparing it. You can do however you like and comfortable for you. So this entire batch of tikkis are ready. I made round tikkis from the entire batch. Now you have an option of either shallow frying it, deep frying it. You can bake it simply by brushing some oil or butter on top at 180°C in the preheated oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, flipping in between. Or if you're calorie conscious, you can simply toast it over the pan or non-stick pan using just a teaspoon of olive oil. That also works great. So here I've got oil for frying, as I'm going to serve this for special guest. So I'm going to lower the tikkis into this medium hot oil one by one. Do not put too many at a time, else it will lower the temperature of the oil and then it will soak a lot of oil, making the cutlets very soggy, which we don't want. So fry these for about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring in between or flipping in between as required. There's nothing much to cook within, everything is already cooked. We just want to wait to let them become golden brown and crispy from all the sides. So it's fried enough, do not turn it very dark. It looks really beautiful and golden brown with all the crispy edges. I'll just remove this and show you. This is how it looks. Just remove them on a kitchen towel or tissue paper and likewise fry all of them. They look really gorgeous. You can serve it hot with some ketchup, chutney or any dip of your choice. I'll just break one and show you. You can see how juicy and tasty it looks from within with extremely crispy coating outside. Guys, just note this, the coating is really very crispy. You have to try this one and it's a must try for this coming monsoon. So I hope you enjoyed watching this easy peasy recipe from leftover rice. If yes, then like, share and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.